The secret to the perfect samosa dough is lots and lots of ghee. That's what gives you that flakiness. So today we're going to focus on how to get that right.
When you taste a samosa that is done right, it makes it so clear what people get wrong.
On Sundays, I usually have an elaborate cooking project, and I like to focus on dishes that I love to eat but are hard to find. So today, we're making a samosa. The pastry is an incredibly important part of the samosa. It has to be flaky and crispy and crumbly and not doughy and tough. And for that, we need to add a lot of ghee into the pastry. I'm using two different fillings today. One of the fillings is the Keema recipe that is already up on my channel. I just cooked the Keema a little bit more so that it was drier and more appropriate for a Keema samosa. And the other one is a potato and cauliflower dish that has multiple uses and works really well as a filling for this samosa. So let's begin. All right, we're going to start with some flour. This is just plain flour. And we've got some salt and sugar. Just give it a nice mix so that all that salt and sugar is nicely distributed. So let's start with this. And then I'm gonna rub my fingers together with the flour and the ghee, similar to how you would make a short crust pastry. Now the test to find out whether you have incorporated enough ghee into this flour is to take a handful, press it together, and does it stick together? Add the water little by little. Like any short crust pastry dough, we don't want to knead this too much. We just want to knead it till everything comes together. Now it's all incorporated, the flour and the water and the ghee. You can see that the dough is not smooth, but that's not what we are going for. We just want to rest it now, and it needs to rest for at least an hour before you can start working with it. The dough is rested for about an hour now, and we're going to start constructing the samosas. Samosas are folded in a very specific way so that they stand upright once they're constructed. I'll show you how it's done, and I'll walk you through the steps a few times so you know exactly how to approach it. You don't need any flour or any type of oil or anything like that to roll this out. There is enough ghee in this dough, so resist the temptation to add any flour or ghee. Now that I've rolled this out, the shape is not that important as long as you have it roughly, oval in shape, we're good to go. very, very low temperature. We shouldn't see any bubbles. Definitely not any vigorous bubbles when we drop this in. And the samosas are ready. We have some tamarind chutney over here that I made. Let me know in the comments if you want to learn how to make it. Ross, are you ready?
Let's try these samosas. That Keema samosa is excellent. I used to eat a Keema samosa every week at a place in the Bay Area, and this beats it. It's a big bite, very big bite. That is so good. That's almost as good as the Keema. Everybody relax. That was terrific. The potato samosa, for me, is almost as good as the Keema. I'm biased in that I love the Keema samosa. Both fantastic, nicely done, Roshni. When you taste a potato samosa that is done right, it makes it so clear what people get wrong.